Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to After 9. This is our social media show we do every Monday to Friday around this time on Facebook Live and on the YouTube as well. Thanks for joining us. Mike and Lisa from AM800 CKLW in the beautiful city of Windsor, Ontario on National Dress Up Your Pet Day, Lisa.
Yeah, that's what it is. And I think a lot of people love to do that. And I don't know how many pets love dressing up. But we did get one text from a woman this morning who said that her dog was so conditioned to wearing outfits that if she were to open the door and it was raining, he would come back inside, wait for his raincoat to get put on, and then go back out in the crummy weather.
Oh, my God.
So dogs are funny. They're all
That's
different.
good. Well, I got Lulu dressed up. She is not pleased right now because she wants to be roaming around, but she's got her little lumberjack jacket on. She has a raincoat as well that she got for Christmas. You want to say hi?
She's like,
so pleased with this. Hey, look at that beautiful coat, though.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
In the winter. Hey, say hi. Hi, everyone. Okay, you can go now.
Oh, thanks for making an appearance, Lulu.
She's just not that. She doesn't. She's a lap dog that doesn't like to be on your lap.
She's not a cuddler so much. She's more like a cat.
Yeah, she's not much a cuddler. It's kind of frustrating. It's one of the reasons you have dogs. You want to lay with them, you want to nap with them and stuff. Napping's okay, but for some reason, no, she is not not much of a cuddler. So there's Lulu's quick appearance on the After 9 show.
I love that.
Yeah.
So awesome.
So, people can post in the thread if they have their dogs dressed up today, what they're wearing. Feel free. Post away.
That's great. Pretty cool. Hey, today is National Dress Up Your Pet Day, but on Sunday, it's a special day for Betty White. Betty White, the actress, the woman who never seems to slow down, is turning 99.
99. Wow, that's outstanding. Great news there.
Still relevant, still acting, still funny. She told Entertainment Tonight, running a mile each morning has been curtailed by COVID. So she says she's working on the pet set re-released and feeding the 2 ducks who come to visit her every day.
Oh, nice.
And the pet set was a show that Betty hosted in the 1970s where she would hang out with other celebrities and their animals, which is kind of cool. I'm glad they're bringing that back. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I think that is fun. Yeah. That is fun. So there you go. A nice little note on this National Pet Day. Absolutely. COVID numbers have just come in. If we get to a little something serious now, Rob Hindi, as always, is covering it for AM800 News. 216 new cases once again of COVID-19. So we're over 200 for the second day in a row. Not quite the high number that we had yesterday of 288, and we have 4 new deaths linked to COVID-19 today.
Not getting much better.
No, it isn't. So hopefully all these, I don't know, what new confusing restrictions, lockdown from the province are going to help over the next few weeks. We won't really see the benefit of it, if there is a benefit for a few weeks, though.
We talked so much on the show today about the stay-at-home order and the confusion surrounding it, people not knowing what is essential, what they can and cannot do, reiterating what the premier has said, and that is, if you have to ask yourself, I don't know, is this essential? Is it not? Then it probably isn't, and you should stay home. And we got a lot of texts, a lot of response from people about the number of cars still out on the road. A woman texted and said, I drove my husband to the hospital this morning from the county, and the number of cars on the road and the lineups at Tim's and McDonald's has not changed at all.
No.
And we talked about that earlier, and somebody said, well, why would you expect it to change? There's still businesses that are open. And I think where you would expect to see some kind of change is people maybe doing errands in the morning that aren't necessary, like going to grocery stores or whatever. And employers have been asked to send employees home if they can work from home. So maybe there was the expectation that there would be more people working from home starting today.
Well, I guess, but I mean, they only announced that, what was it, on Tuesday, that they want everybody working at home if possible. Sometimes, it's going to take longer than that to hook it up. Whatever different equipment or technology you need or whatever in your house, you're going to have your IT people or something. You're going to have to bring stuff home, get it set up. Maybe people aren't ready for that. Maybe it's going to be Monday we're going to see a difference.
Doubt it.
You doubt it? Yeah. Whatever. Did that back in the spring. Not doing it again.
So what was different back in the spring?
I think it was new. It was new, and people were like, okay, we can do this. Well, we can do this for a month or a couple months. And now it's like, okay, well, you know what? It's old hat. It's the way life is, and I'm just going to go about my business. And people could comment on that. I want to know, are you treating this second wave, which is more deadly, and we're seeing higher numbers, different than you did everything back in the spring? I think, there was a lot of unknowns in the spring, and I think people didn't have that fatigue, like I mentioned. And now it's like, okay, this is just everyday life. I don't know anybody who has it. I don't know anybody who's died. So, you know what? Whatever. I'm going on with my day, and that's about it.
Well, you might be right. I don't know. Or were there more businesses that closed at that time?
Perhaps.
You remember there was a period of time there where you could go out on the road and there was nobody there.
Yeah.
Like it was a ghost town.
Yeah, it was like a Sunday morning driving around all the time. And I think, and if there's small business owners watching this, if you can comment, I think a lot of small business owners have gone through it and said, okay, we survived the first wave. We did what we had to do. We can't do this again. We're not going to survive if we don't. So rules be damned. We're going to do what we have to do to stay in business. And if we get fined, whatever, that's just the way it is.
We talked earlier this morning about a certain home hardware in a different part of Ontario.
Yeah, in Woodstock, I think it was.
And they've started carrying groceries, 2 aisles of groceries. And that gets them out of, in that loophole there where they can have people come in and shop because they now have food.
Yeah. Good idea or bad idea, because they are getting a bit of backlash over it too.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, is every store now going to have an aisle of food?
Well, maybe they'll set the example, and everybody else is like, oh wow, let's get some food in our flower shop. Let's get some food in our bookstore or whatever it might be, right? Just so we can stay open. Maybe people will start doing that.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh man, Sandra says, I'm so tired of it all, wearing my mask, social distance, but I feel so more down and tired a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm sure a lot of people feel like that. Colette says, I had COVID, don't want it again. I live in the county. All I do is take my 3 dogs for a walk and stay home.
Yeah, and of course not clear if you can get it again. But yeah, the people who have had it say, listen, this is nothing to fool around with.
Producer Ed, he said he's heard Leopards is going to open up a grocery aisle.
Gross.
Yeah. Speaking of nudes and nude women, by the way, article in the New York Times this morning about how people are making extra money, and particular women are making extra money. They talk about this woman who stopped working at her job as a medical biller back in June to take care of her 2-year-old son after the daycare shut down because of COVID. So she needed to pay the bill. So she created this account at this website, OnlyFans. It's a social media platform where users sell original content to monthly subscribers, posting photos of herself nude or in lingerie.
Jeez.
Yeah, she's 23. She's made $64,000 since July.
What?
Oh, Lisa, get out the lingerie and sign up at OnlyFans.
$64,000.
Oh my God, that's got to pay better than a medical biller.
Who's paying that? Who is paying all that money?
Fans. A lot of fans that she has, apparently. She said enough just to take care of her own bills, but to help her family and friends with rent, car payment. She's helping everybody out. And so she's doing it. They talked to another woman, Lexi, who is a perfect name for a site like this, was hoping for a similar windfall when she started an OnlyFans account back in November. She's a restaurant worker. She's 22. She's been laid off 3 times during the pandemic, so she was in need of cash. And after donating plasma, doing odd jobs, she didn't have enough to pay her bills, so she went to OnlyFans. She made only about $500. Oh, poor Lexi.
There are plenty of grocery store jobs available, people. Plenty. Plenty. Go work at Zehrs.
Well, there's that. Yeah. I mean, you can do that, but
a lot of people criticize.
People are desperation. OnlyFans. So if you want to post nude photos of yourself or yourself in lingerie, I think I might do this. If I can make $200, I'll do it. There we go. Producer Ed's already got our URL, onlyfans.com/themorningdrive. Nude photos of Steve and Lisa and myself and producer Ed.
It's like a nightmare.
Wonder how much we could raise.
Oh my God. That would be hilarious.
Oh my God.
We'll do one of the opposite. We'll wear as many clothes as we can.
Could I be wearing any more clothes?
Layers. How many layers can we put on?
Yeah, that might be good. So they talked to a bunch of women who do this. Another woman from Florida, she was laid off for her job and her unemployment checks didn't go to it, so she did it. She's just made $250. So I guess the first one who made $64,000 is the exception.
I think she's just doing more probably than posing nude in lingerie.
More salacious type things on OnlyFans. Yeah, that could.
All right. Well, there you go. That's a good idea. That's one way to make money. Hey, I wanted to mention
whatever you got to do.
Whatever you got to do. Wanted to mention, I saw this on Facebook and I thought, this is a really good reminder of what's going on right now with our frontline workers, our healthcare workers. I remember the first go round, all of the support that was out there for nurses, the free lunches, the drive-bys, the honking of the horns, the banners, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's all gone now. And,
that's a really good point. I didn't think of that.
And somebody wrote this. The respect is gone. The appreciation is gone. The understanding and patience is gone. The thank you so much for working through this has been replaced by, this is ridiculous. Understandably, the frustration felt by patients and their relatives is at an all-time high. The annoyed eye rolls and huffy sighs when you tell them shouldn't be much longer. We are doing the best that we can, are really starting to chip away at our morale. The free coffee and meals are a thing of the past. Not sure when I last heard a thank you. The hotel lights in the shape of hearts aren't on anymore. The neighbors that waved us off to work and told us to stay safe have gone back inside. And we're still here. We're still fighting. We're still working harder than we ever have. We're exhausted. We're frustrated. We're frightened. We're emotionally and physically drained. We're skipping breaks. We're going in early, coming home late, double shifts, missing time with our families. We are doing the best that we can, writes one healthcare worker. We aren't healthcare heroes anymore. We've become slaves to the pandemic, and it's really exhausting.
Wow.
So true. Really, when was the last time we even talked about that? And it's
right.
worse than ever. It's worse than ever.
Right. And that goes back to the fatigue people are having over all this, and that it's like, oh, well, whatever. It's just the way it is. I don't care anymore. Blah, 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 blah. And you're right. That is a great point about that. It's kind of disappointing in a way.
Yeah. So maybe we need to get back on that, and pump up these people who are obviously stretched to the max and dealing with COVID in the hospitals, especially more than ever before, way more than the first time around. And, the nightmare that they thought might be coming is actually here.
Yeah.
So I feel bad.
For sure. It's funny. It's interesting, I should say, not funny, but we were just followed on Twitter last night by this Tap and Rack Apparel, and you can see the T-shirts they are selling to back the front line. Back the Frontline products being donated to Windsor Regional Hospital. 100% of the proceeds for COVID-19 assistance fund. So you can go to their website, taprackapparel.co, and check out these T-shirts they got. Back the front line.
It's great.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? They got an American version. They got a Canadian version there. So, and the proceeds here from the sales will go help Windsor Regional Hospital and their assistance fund.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, good for them. We need more like that.
Yeah, do more. Do more.
Right on, right on.
Yeah, right on, right on. And we were asking people, are they going out today too? You know, with everything that's been going on and all that stuff and the new orders from the province. And I got to go out in about an hour from now for an orthodontist appointment, but I'm not going to go anywhere else. And you know, other than groceries and picking up something at the pharmacy or do, you know, helping out someone, you know, do people really have to go out?
Just for what you said. I mean, that's kind of what the premier was saying. Just for the essentials, just for the necessary things. I don't know. Maybe I'll try online grocery shopping. I haven't tried that yet.
Do it. Kelly's been doing the Walmart's version of the click and collect or whatever they call it at Walmart, and she said it worked great. And she was kind of a late to the party and didn't really want to do it, but she did it and said it was great.
We did get a text earlier. Wanted to mention, since we're on the topic of grocery stores, that somebody said that, you know, be ready when you go to the grocery store, because I think they said the Zehrs on Malden was only allowing one family member in at a time.
So a couple couldn't go together.
No. So leave your kids at home, do all of it, just go on your own. And I remember Fred's Farm Fresh did that last time. They're probably doing it again. And it makes sense. I mean, why do you need two people? You don't.
That's right. Limit it. And shout out to the Home Hardware in my region in LaSalle and Countryside Home Hardware. It's outstanding. They posted on their Facebook page how you can get stuff from them if you need stuff. So you go on, you email them, or you can call them up too. But I've been emailing and saying, okay, I need this, this, and this. They call me back within 5-10 minutes and say, okay, just want to confirm this, and okay, should be all set in 10 minutes. Come pick it up. You go to the back door, the back kind of garage storage area door, and they bring it out, put it in your car, and you're gone. It works. It works awesome. I
did that with Home Hardware last week at Yorktown. And same thing. I ordered it online at my location. They got back to me, they called me, said it's ready. And I went around back in the alleyway. And I was like, I didn't even know there was an alley back here. Didn't even know.
Really.
And
the ditch, right?
Exactly. Then I called, said I was there. They came right out. Great way to do things.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, well, there you go. See, there's options. I mean, we live in a society, and that we're so lucky to be able to do stuff online, order stuff online, and all that. So, you know, take advantage of it. Especially now when we have to stay home. So yeah, and if you don't know how to do it, learn. It's not that hard. Don't be intimidated.
Okay, well, let's leave it there. You've got your appointment. We've got one other thing we've got to do for work, and then we'll be back tomorrow. We'll see how people got through their first stay-at-home day.
There you go.
And for a lot of people, there will be no difference.
No, that's true.
It won't.
One other piece of breaking news before we say goodbye. Sad news. Siegfried of Siegfried and Roy has passed away at the age of 81. That just coming down in the last few minutes.
There was something the other day that came out that did he have COVID or something else?
He had pancreatic cancer.
Okay, yeah, that just broke last week, did it not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, so sad news there. Sorry to end it on such a sad note, but that was just coming down in the last few minutes. So, all right, we'll see everybody tomorrow. Stay home. Stay home. Stay home. What is it? Restez à la maison.
Yeah. Vite, vite.
Vite, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow, 5 to 9, and here on After 9.